Alright. What's going on, guys? It is Justice here. Yeah, so this is my first impressions of Chrono Odyssey, a brand new MMORPG. It's currently in playtest. I just signed up for the playtest through Steam and got lucky. And yeah, they seem to have opened it up to a ton of people though, which is good. So yeah, this is going to be my first impressions of the game. I played it for half an hour. Well, I spent half an hour setting up a character, and then I played 30 minutes right before I had dinner after my work day. And I was like, oh no, I just wasted 30 minutes of my life setting up a character for a game I think feels bad. That was my first impression. The movement feels a bit floaty. It feels like I'm not grounded against the surface, and it's a bit janky, right? That's my initial impressions. Now, I also have just streamed for 30 minutes without realizing I didn't actually connect it correctly to my YouTube. So a ton of my initial impressions have gone out the window. So I'm going to try my best to remember what I've been talking about, and I'm just going to keep playing the game and try and repeat my thoughts a little bit. I've just unlocked 2 skills through the skill tree. So I've got to level 3, I think that is. Yeah, level 3. I've unlocked 3 skill points actually. I've decided to go with bash and slash, where it's an execute somebody with a shield bash, and also just a bit of a, well, let me finish this. So I've got bash and slash, I've got shield bash, which deals damage, and then I realized my rage wasn't generating very quickly, so I've gone with resilience, where if I'm hit or if I block an attack and parry, etc., I'm going to generate more rage to be able to use on my active skills that require rage. So effectively I'm playing like a warrior at the moment. I'm playing a swordsman. I wanted to play Paladin. Paladins are usually the go-to class for me, but they are not playable in the playtest. So I love Sword and Shield. Paladin does allow you to use a Tower Shield, I believe, after a quick Google, and a Mace together, or a Lance. That sounds cool. Right now I'm using Sword and Shield, and I'm using Great Sword. I think I'm gonna, while I'm on that topic, all I've done is the starting little tutorial zone, and then now I'm in the open world, right? And I'm following a quest line. It's a shame that you've basically missed some of the intro quests. I mean, the story setting is kind of cool. That is a positive thing, I'll say. So the movement feels janky, which really breaks my immersion. When I'm like focusing on enemies, there is a focus mode, which probably removes a bit of that jankiness, but then it forces your camera angle to stay centered around your focus mob, which I'm not a big fan of. I compared it to Dragon Age Veilguard, which actually did really well, where the target switching was really intuitive on that game as an action RPG third-person game. Whereas on here, right now, I'm not sure if it's going to be as intuitive, but we'll see how it goes. FPS absolutely tanks here. That's another thing, yeah, so I gave a really quick whistle-stop tour on my settings. Currently, I'm playing at 2K. I've got a 4070 Ti Super graphics card with a 5700X3D Ryzen AMD CPU. I'm playing at 2K. I've got 100% resolution scale. I'm playing on high rather than epic, although I probably could play in epic because that doesn't seem to be changing my FPS. In order to get a bit more FPS, I had to put a maximum frame rate on rather than having it unlimited, and that seems to give me more FPS for some reason, and I'm playing on DX12. Motion blur brought down to 0. In order to adjust your FOV, you can zoom all the way in, like so, or you can zoom all the way out, right? So I like to play as zoomed out as possible in MMORPGs. But yeah, I mean, see how this goes. The biggest comparison to make with this game, or the other game to make a comparison to, would probably be New World, right? Or like other Korean action RPG games. I've not played many Korean games. This is also not supposed to be pay to win, so that is an attraction. Whereas pretty much all of the Korean games tend to be have a pretty strong pay to win aspect to them. But yeah, that's it. I played 100 hours of New World, by the way, and the thing which put me off from continuing to play that game was the janky combat with melee classes. So yeah, I'm kind of already feeling that, and I've only just started the game on this. So, but let's just keep playing through, see if that gets stripped away as I play through the game, right? Yeah. So right now we're doing we're following the main story quest, and we'll just crack on. story setting, I seem to have traveled through time. Like you start off with like really decent gear and like a bunch of skills unlocked, and you have to try and fight this boss, and I think you're supposed to lose, because then an NPC woman comes to save you and she teleports you back in time, right? That's the general premise that I've got so far. And we've got like a if we hold tab, we've got like this chrono wheel type thing which gives different tuning. If I press C, I think that tells me roughly where to go, or I need to use that on certain quests to understand maybe a flashback to a different time or a flash forward. Yeah, that's pretty much what I know so far. So, swordsman, inventory screen, I did have a look at this. Pretty cool, actually. I don't mind this. I think this looks quite polished, actually. I think this looks quite nice. So to switch a weapon, all I had to do was just go in here. That was the crappy wooden crude sword and shield that I have. And now I have a Dawn Slope sword and shield in here, and I have a Dawn Slope great sword. It looks like I can have dual blades, so I'm actually going to try out dual blades instead and see how that feels. But let's get out of the settlement anyway if we can. There seems to be a ton of players here in the settlement of everyone playing together, and I'm going to stop talking there for a second so I can actually check that I'm correctly streaming to my YouTube channel and I haven't just wasted another... Alright, whatever. Let's just manually run then, I guess. Shouldn't take too long to get that. Ooh. Oh, Jesus. What the heck is that, man? Oh, jeez. Let's go. Oh, God. This is not taking any flipping damage from me right now. Oh, my God. Is this like a freaking world boss? Oh, jeez. Keeping my distance. Oh. I blocked it, I blocked it. I think he's disabled for a bit. Now we're just damaging, now we're just am I doing any damage? We're just damaging. Go, 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 go! We did it. Nice. Giant Slayer. Sick. That was cool. Oh, Sarama key. A mighty foe has met its fate. Okay. Dynamic quest initiated. What? Locate the entrance to the time portal. Wait, what? Okay. Let's just go and see what that is. Like, why not? I have no idea what that is. It says party, so... Oh, Gandalf won. Game does look good for a playtest. I mean, I don't know what my expectations are. Yeah. I don't know. If you think they can sort out the janky movement, then yeah. I guess a playtest, I don't know how early it is. When is it slated for release? Let me just check for a second when it's actually due for release. When is Chrono Odyssey due for release? Pretty certain it's this year. It's Q4 this year. I mean, I guess they've got like 6 months to improve it, but I don't know. 6 months they've got, roughly. Can I like join a random party for this? Like, there's no there's an entry requires a party to enter the dungeon. Okay, so I'm obviously well undergeared for this, but let's just create one. See, the problem is, what's this called? Howling Pit. Okay. So you can't create like a dungeon party specifically, from what I can gather. But I guess they're not expecting people to really do that. let's just create one and call it Howling Pit Dungeon. And just see if people join, I guess. It does, because I'm not going to be able to join a party like no one's in my party. Well, actually, I could go in by myself, couldn't I? Let me go in by myself. I'm going to get absolutely trucked. I just want to see what the environment's like. Of a dungeon in this game. I'm going to get absolutely trucked. I have no idea how long it takes to get to like 15 gear score either. To be fair, I don't think I've seen anyone do a dungeon like on stream when I was watching it. Was the end of work. I am so dead. I'm doing no damage at all. This is absolutely insane. Yeah, this ain't gonna happen. Stuck on a rock. I'm dead. I'm so undergeared for this. Oh god. Got a freaking massive dock off dude on us now as well. Jesus, one hit. Dead. Anyway. Obviously, yeah, I'm not supposed to be doing that. It feels like I can't even get remotely near. I actually don't know what the gear progression is like, but I've been playing for 2 hours and I'm only gear score. Gear score am I? Was it like 2 or something? I'm like gear score 2 or something. So, I mean, yeah, I don't think I'm supposed to be doing this dungeon until like 15 hours of gameplay or something crazy like that. I don't know. I don't know what the progression is though. I have no idea, so I can't really say anything. I have to leave though. It's a shame. I really want to do a dungeon. I don't like that. Probably get rid of this. Can I refund it? I have to reset the whole thing. Are you sure you want to reset? Yeah. Can't just like reset individual things. Maybe, maybe not. Can I not move that? There we go. And shield bash to knock the enemy down. Then increase Baker's attacks. Okay, I'm gonna have to take another passive here rather than an active. Reduce incoming damage by 20% upon using a sword and shield skill. Oh, upon using the skill. So whilst you're using it, your damage is reduced. I mean, that sounds kind of handy. Because at the moment, I'm having to use it when I know I'm not going to get hit. I know, yeah, I need to generate more, and then we can do a shatter. There we go. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good to go. Alright. Okay, so it looks like I've got intermediate arc, material type, a good sized cluster of arc, mainly acquired through life skills. So it looks like I've been gathering that without realizing. Sturdy lumber. So it looks like I just need to go and cut some trees down. An ingot made by processing iron ore. Okay, so it looks like I'm going to have to figure this out, basically. So this feels like a next session thing. I'm going to go and give another go at the boss and probably die instantly, and then we'll call it. It sounds like naturally my progression here is to gather materials. I have to go into a gathering mode and gather some materials for this stuff. And dual blades. So I need a lot of materials, basically. I mean, that might not take... I don't know how long it's going to take just to make one iron ingot, you know? So I need to discover that. Go and interact with this settlement, basically. Improve my gear score. Complete the main quest. I am going to see if there is something I can get from the trading post. Like whether people are just selling, like dumping some items for super cheap. I guess not. Maybe this is not open in the playtest. There is literally nothing here, like... I guess nobody's... Wait, what? Nobody's selling weapons, but people are selling armor. People are selling potions. Material. Is there another page? Nope. Yeah, not a lot of people are selling in this world, I guess. I don't know how many people you can have in the world, and I'm guessing the trading post is like linked to this world only. Literally one guy's just like made all of these, right? And is just trying to sell the coifs. 4K though. It's a rip-off. Is there any weapon? So there are some weapons. 30K this guy's trying to sell this for. I mean, it is an equipment score 18. Why is no one selling like sword and shield? Ah, well. Looks like I'm going to have to make it myself. I do like that when you track it, it's like super obvious with like a massive red beam where you need to go. So that's good after you've tracked it. I need to figure out how to get a mount as well. Alright. How many health potions do I have? 6. Yikes. Do have more skills now though. Instantly recovers 10 vigor. "15-second damage boost." Don't need that. Oh, there we go. Uncommon health potions. Need those in there. They do have a cooldown. A use cooldown, which is 60 seconds. Ouch. Okay. That's a PvP one. That's PvP. I think what I'll do is I'll try and remember. It's a lot to remember, but I'll try and remember to activate this attack potion when the boss gets downed or something. And I'll have a go at it. It looks like I can get some good items from here, but I just don't know whether I can do that content. Let's have a... We'll go and try and kill this boss, and it's probably not going to work. And then from there, we will have a bit of a recap, and then we'll end. And we'll think about like what I would do theoretically with next steps and things like that. Next time I play. XP needed for character level up. Oh, it's not a lot of XP. Oh, what's in here? Like, seriously, I mean, the exploration of this game right now is, like, quite good. I'll give it that. At the way they do it. Side quest, and you choose to do the side quest, and I found a cave. What's in the cave, I wonder? Probably another mini-boss. Don't know. Hopefully. Because I fought a mini-boss earlier and managed to kill it. Ooh. Wait. Oh no, is this the actual main boss? This is the Chrono Gate boss. Damn it! I mean, sure, whatever. I'm getting distracted. I naturally came back here. I should probably just give it a go. Let's go. Alright, boss time. Boss time. Main story quest boss. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Game audio is back. I do have some skills now, but still don't think I'm going to be able to do this because my gear score is terrible. So I may have to go and like craft some gear on that before I can do this. Okay. This animation's pretty cool. Alright. Let's go. Gear score 2. Yikes. What the heck? Oh my god. I have to dodge that. Why is he spazzing out? Oh, flipping it. Okay, I can actually do this. I think I can do this though, but I just can't really afford to like, I don't want to use all my health potions, right? I've only got 20 health potions, so I'd rather not have to use it early on, and it has a, you know, a long cooldown as well. Parry's just weird sometimes. Doesn't make any sense. This is when he gets freaking super beefy. Come on, there we go. He's done. Boss slain. There we go. First boss slain. Achievement unlocked, the first challenge. Nice. It's just... That's a bit abrupt. It just ported me out of the room. I always like to like kind of chill out in the boss room after I kill it. Just to kind of take in the environment. Yeah, that was a bit of abrupt teleport. I feel like I should have had to have used something to teleport out. So you've recovered the movement and defeated the Void Apostle within the Chrono Gate. You've proven your worth as the Sentinel of Cetera by saving your planet and enduring many trials. Displaying that you are yet heavy laden. Pray tell, what ails your mind? Cetera is not the only world in the cosmos. There are 12 in total, each with its own Sentinel. The chosen Sentinels wield their respective chronotectors to protect their planets.
Kronos, the god of time, created 12 worlds, bestowing upon each a powerful artifact. The chronotector.
This is extremely laggy, the cutscene, so it's really laggy.
Known as the Sentinels.
It's not my rig or anything, it's
However,
the game.
One such sentinel would stand corrupted, unleashing the void upon the 12 worlds.
Okay, so there's a corrupted sentinel who was supposed to be the protector of a planet. They became corrupted, unleashed the void.
Speak with the others at the round table.
Sentinel of Cetera, what is it you desire? I'd like to manage my specters. Oh! Okay, so that's the guy I killed, right? Well, looks very similar anyway. He literally is, isn't he? Yeah. 1000-fold Piercer. Jeez. Oh, that guy looks fierce. And that guy looks like an absolute beast. I love how it says unknown. Oh no, it says unowned. Okay, I was going to say. Yeah, that's a pretty big scale up in terms of attack power. 1000-fold Piercer. 'Twas when spears from the cosmic deep split the Empyrean atwain, only to be called by that born of a damp egg. Thus did all spiral towards an end with no beginning. Contract. How do I contract it? Owned, required. Consume the required item to contract this spectre. Yes, please. I now own it. Those are the stat details in greater depth. Okay, it looks like this is going to play a pretty important kind of combat role. Now I'm going to come off kind of thing, like I'm not enjoying it kind of thing, but there was enough there to keep me playing because it's I think it's just those typical kind of MMORPG systems that an exploration of the world that kept me playing, and it was fun just to have the goal of like wanting to go and kill that boss. We're just going to go out of this town quickly because the FPS is trash while I'm talking and the lighting is just awful. Let me just see. Class Mastery, this is something a bit different. Increases stagger boost. Upon blocking attack, grants a buff that increases crit resistance. Level 15, you get an active war cry. Absolute defense. So these are like big CDs, it seems, like 2-minute CDs. Level 20, you get more damage reduction. Okay. You start unlocking that at level 10. So, I'm down for the systems so far. You know, they're quite simplistic overall. But kind of cool. Like, the abilities look cool. So, basically, yeah, I wanted to summon that guy, but I can't, and I'm too tired to figure that out. Again, I'll probably have to go back to the Citadel and sort it out. So, quick recap. I mean, the lighting, the graphics need sorting out. The game's not very optimized. Okay, that's the first impression. It is just a playtest, though. There's quite a few people running around. I'm sure that's something they can work on. The abilities are cool. So the abilities look kind of cool. And It's a dual wield one there, and then a counter attack one. So yeah, and the weapon switching is very fluid. So that's okay. I think the biggest gripe I have is the movement of the actual character on the screen. It just feels really janky. So like how you're interacting, you don't feel very grounded. It just feels quite janky. And the hitbox and feedback and responses are a bit janky as well. So when you're like fighting enemies. And of course it just becomes an absolute cluster F when you've got a ton of people. Now, I really wanted to experience a dungeon at some point because that is a really good testament of like end game replayable kind of content for an MMORPG. So it will be cool. I don't know if I'll be able to test that out because I don't know how hard it is going to be to get my gear score up. Maybe it will just race up though when I figure out how to get those items. I'm just going to have to go and do a ton of gathering and then spend a couple hours doing that or a few hours doing gathering, and then maybe that's how I get better weapons and stuff quite quickly to bump up the average scores and then go and do that dungeon I found, right? Maybe. I might do a bit of research to see if I can experience a dungeon this weekend before the playtest ends, because that would be a good thing to test out. But, you know, the other, I mean, yeah, obviously I've kept playing because the typical exploration of a MMORPG, like the exploration of this game is quite good the way they've done it. It's always fun to level up. The systems are quite basic and easy to follow. And I like the setting of the world and the story. I think the premise of the story is really good. And it's enticing and it's keeping me engaged. And I want to find out more and I want to go and kill all these void apostles, right? So yeah, being a part of the Chronos faction and everything's really cool. So that's a good part. I really want to try some party gameplay, but the social system, no one's joining parties. Maybe I could force myself into a party and be like, hey guys, what's going on? Do you want to do something? But it doesn't seem to be like natural world partying up. Like you can fight other things that other people are fighting in the world, but there isn't like a quick button that appears that says, hey, do you want to party up with nearby members who are doing the same activity? That could be a good addition. This is just a playtest, but I think those kind of things would help it feel a bit more anything that can encourage you to like interact with other players and like party up with them, like I'd support that. But yeah, floaty, janky movement. Abilities look cool though, and exploration of an MMORPG is always fun, and that's what's kept me going so far, along with like those goals in place to go and kill bosses and things like that. That's my initial first impressions after about 4 hours of playing the game. So yeah, if you played the game, let me know. I've also, yeah, to make it clear, I've been playing the swordsman class. I like sword and board, and I've been weapon switching to dual wield because they look pretty cool, right? So yeah, let me know what you think to the footage that you've seen, and I'll see you guys in the next video or live stream. Take it easy all. That's Chrono Odyssey playtest.